So presidential candidate or presidential primary contender, Nikki Haley, responded to Disney filing a lawsuit against
the issue, and that's not productive.
Ambassador Haley, I want to ask you about what could be another Republican candidate in the field, and that is Ron DeSantis. We just learned a few moments ago that Disney is now suing the Florida governor for alleging political effort to hurt their business. We've all been watching this back and forth for quite some time. This is obviously dramatically escalating the feud between Disney and Ron DeSantis. They're alleging that the Republican governor has waged a, quote, relentless campaign to weaponize government power over the company. What is your reaction to that, as we still have yet to see him jump officially into the race?
You know, as governor, I took a double-digit unemployment state and I turned it into an economic powerhouse. Businesses were my partners, because if you take care of your businesses, you take care of your economy takes care of the people, and everyone wins. And so that's the way we dealt with it. South Carolina was a very anti-woke state. It still is. And if Disney would like to move their hundreds of thousands of jobs to South Carolina and bring the billions of dollars with them, I'll let them know. I'll be happy to meet them in South Carolina and introduce them to the governor and the legislature that would welcome it.
Hey, Governor, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. We got to jump back to the Rose Garden. For being with us, we really appreciate it.
I watched that and I thought, well, that is a failing grade. That's exactly why Nikki Haley, and I mean this with no disrespect, and I don't know her personally. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but this is a Republican who doesn't understand the culture wars that we're fighting. Doesn't understand it. Because Disney has played as big of a role as groomer teachers and as TikTok in conditioning our children in queer theory. This is a corporation that brags about inserting a queerness agenda. This is a queer theory agenda into children's programming. And when the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, exercised his absolute right, his authority as chief executive in coordination with the legislature to revoke a special status for Disney, something they don't have a right to. It was a privilege given to them by the legislature because they brought so much benefit to Florida. And when they no longer brought that benefit, they don't have a right to continue with that status. This is elementary. This is not something that's complicated. This is not something, it's not an attack on their free speech. It's not discrimination against them for their political views. They simply have stopped adding benefit and in fact are inflicting harm on the people of Florida given their ideology. And Nikki Haley comes out against it. She comes out against it. This, my friends, is how we've gotten to the point where a legislator in the state of Minnesota is offering a bill, a transgender legislator in the state of Minnesota is offering a bill that would add pedophiles to protected status based on sexual orientation. Because Republicans will not fight back